Hey everyone, Vekken here and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be taking you through how I made my song Never Felt So Good with Brooke I, the country singer. This was an EDM song, electronic dance music song that we made during the lockdown period. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'm going to be taking you through how it all worked, how we made it kind of remotely, which was interesting during lockdown. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So if you're watching this, you've probably heard the song a million times like I have, so I've become a little bit numb to the meaning of it. But let's just start at the very beginning of the song. Not too much going on, it's just chords, a little bit of an arp in the background, a couple of pads, and a bass that I made in Alchemy. This is all in Logic Pro, by the way. I started in GarageBand, then worked my way up to Logic. So yeah, let's play it.
I wake up in the morning and I see the sunshine. Will you be the one to show me a sign? All I do is think to myself.
So the vocals came about, basically I had an instrumental track, and Brooke sent me some iPhone vocals, or recorded on her phone, which were pretty crap quality. I think we can both agree on that. And yeah, I basically worked around that for a few weeks, and then when she got her mic and pro setup delivered, she recorded all of that. Because she's a country singer by trade, I wanted to blend that kind of like country with electronic dance kind of vibe. I think it sounds quite nice. So this is what it sounds like on its own. No effects, nothing at all.
Morning and I see the sunshine. Will you be the one
With everything on.
to show me a sign? All I do is think to myself.
I layered her up with different ones that are pans to the left and right. Some of them are drenched in reverb, some of them are not. And I've got this little drone in the background, which is basically inspired by Levels by Avicii. I know there's a drone, like a vocal chop drone that's in there, and that really glues it together, so that was quite nice to have in there. Effects on here, it's quite controversial. Compressed it quite a lot. I even put a limiter on the vocals. So if you're like a pro producer watching this, you're probably going to be screaming at your screen right now, but I don't claim to be a pro producer at all. I just do this for a hobby at the minute. I sound like Kimi Räikkönen if there's any F1 fans watching. So whilst we're talking about the vocals, I think it'd be quite nice if we can go over to Brooke, who can explain roughly how this song came about and how it all worked.
So Vekken sent me an instrumental track,
and he wanted a vocalist to sing over the track, and so I gave it a listen, and he gave me rough ideas of what he wanted the lyrics to be. So the main idea was never felt so good, and about it being post-lockdown and where everything was going to get better. So I played around with that idea, recorded some stuff on my phone, and he put it on the track in Logic and sent it back to me, and then from there we sat on video calls and wrote more lyrics and wrote more melody for the song and put it together. So with the band we recorded an acoustic version of the song, as that was more suited to sort of the genre that we play live. And we recorded it at mine on Logic and everything, and then we put together a video with George down at Alton Water, and that will come out shortly after the actual song is released.
Never felt so good.
This is a completely different genre to what I usually play, and it's my first collaboration I've done, and it's definitely given me an insight into what sort of things I can do with other people and how I can drop into different genres and work with other people. And yeah, I've really enjoyed the whole process, and I feel like it's opened up a lot of doors and given me confidence to do it more. I hope you can relate to the song as much as I can and go check it out.
So that was Brooke there, that was the vocals. So not too much going on at the start, there's just some chords going on here that are mostly presets. I think they're just presets. Tinkered, and I played around with them to make them my own. Mostly Nexus presets. There's a couple of theorems in there. There's a super saw that comes in the drop, but those chords at the start are very, very simple. And obviously we've got the drop here, which I shall play now, or not, because my Mac doesn't like it. So it's pretty simple stuff. We've got a lot of kicks. I think there's 3 or 4 kicks going on here, all layered together. I actually use quite a lot of Apple loops in this. I was surprised at the quality of Apple loops, and if you're using Logic, I would highly recommend using them because they provide some really nice royalty-free sounds, which were quite nice. There's a lot of toppers going on here, some kicks. I think there's 3 or 4 kicks. So most of this is loops, if I'm being completely honest, because this was at the very start. I made about 4 or 5 terrible songs before this, and this one was just a simple melody, which actually started life off very, very simply. And I see if I can find the original sound as to what it sounded like. It sounded really, really bad. So when I first started producing, I didn't really have an idea of what I was doing. I was just sort of playing around. And this is what this song sounded like, the first draft. Doesn't sound very good at all, but we managed to work with it. We managed to get it to pull through. So yeah, after the drop, it's pretty simple stuff. We've got a breakdown where the chord switches up, actually, which is the main thing of the song. When this was just an instrumental song, I wanted to have a story to the song. So the first part was very kind of predictable. Second part, I'll play the chords soloed so you can see the little transition in mood, if you like. So yeah, the mood changes a little bit of a different style going on. So I wanted to have a little bit of a story, like I said earlier. So that basically has been filtered up, I believe, in the automation. Maybe not. Yeah, it is in this one, in the high cut frequency. I've just automated it up a little bit. So that's happening there. And another thing to go on with the leads, I had a little arpeggiator in the background throughout the song, which you'll hear, which I shall play now. It's being panned ear to ear as well, which I feel like enhances the stereo width. Filtered up and then filtered back down again. It's actually the exact same sounds of the leads, which was interesting. I tried to use different sounds, make my own sounds, use compressed presets and mix them all together. It didn't sound very good, so I just ended up using the lead sound, which is, I don't know whether that's common or not, because like I said, I'm not a pro. I'm just playing around. So yeah, there's that. Very controversially, I'm using an adaptive limiter, I believe, and a bit crusher together on the lead bus to just crush it, basically crush it to make it sound crispy, which I thought enhanced it a little bit. Now I want to quickly address something, and I know there's going to be a lot of hardcore people out there that are saying that the low end is pretty terrible in this song. I think the low end, for what it is, it does a job. It's not the greatest low end. I'm not extremely happy with it, but it does a job. It sounds like this. So there's that. It sounds like that. It's very, very simple, but that's essentially the song. Again, I've got some white noise. Obviously, I made an ESP and I've compressed it, sidechained it, so everything's going on there. Some white noise sweeps, some stabs as well. So after the chord switch up, that's basically the whole part of the song. I've got only other thing I can mention in the song is the counter melodies halfway through. So that's essentially the crux of the song. There's a counter melody in the middle going on, which I feel like adds a little bit of tension to it. It's quite nice. And also in the second drop, the counter melody switches up, which you might be able to hear. It sounds like this. Now I wanted to pan this. During the drop, it's being panned either side, which you can see here. Which I feel like enhances the mood a little bit. Just gets it pumping. It's compressed as well. So yeah, you might be able to hear that in the mix if you're listening for it. You'll hear it. And that's pretty much the song. I think that's everything. Obviously, like I said, I've got some explosion noises, some booms, a riser that I made in silence, which I seem to use in every single one of my tracks. I'm trying to get away from it. But But yeah, that's pretty much the song. I'm pretty happy with it for my first proper release. So if you enjoyed this video, hopefully you found something that you can take away. Maybe you thought I was doing something stupid, let me know in the comments. But hopefully this gives you an insight into how a complete novice like me worked for several months at a time on a song and came out with this. Hopefully you like it. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you're using. Follow me and I'll be there. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the song. Stream never felt so good, and take care. Bye.